What's going on, YouTube family? What a hell of a day I've had today. It's nice to actually get this part of the sunroof working now. If I can only figure out why it won't seal, I can actually open up my sunroof and I won't have to use my AC on days like this. But it's a gorgeous day today. I haven't had a moment's rest. I don't fuck with CMPD. Man, what a hell of a day. What a day. It's a very productive day. I had to run all over Charlotte to get it done, but it's almost done. And then tomorrow I gotta make a hell run all the way up to Durham to go take care of some financial stuff. Hope all you fine folks are doing good out there in YouTube land. What a crazy busy day this was for me. I haven't had a moment's rest. I'm operating on like 4 hours of sleep. And tomorrow's supposed to be even worse. I got more stuff I got to do tomorrow that just needs my attention, unfortunately. But again, I hope you folks are doing all right. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day here in the free South. I am in what we call Uptown Charlotte. The technical name is Center City. But I can't wait to go home, folks. I have had me one busy day. I had a successful day on eBay. I sold the Jonah Tong auto, even though I had somebody send me an offer for $1.79 for it. It sold at my asking price, which is cool. Yes, I did. I flicked a fucking green rocket out of my nose. You know what it is? It's been very dry, very humid. We haven't got rain in a while. There have been reports on my local news that the water table's so low at the lakes that certain drop-off points when people back their boats into the lakes, that they're closing them down because they're afraid people's boats are going to get damaged and they don't want to be held responsible. But no, I'm actually in North Carolina. I am in North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina, to be specific. Been living down here for 10 years. Good riddance to the Northeast. The Itwatu commie socialist, people who like to wear door knockers in their nose and duct taping their wee-wees to the sides of their legs while having a man beard, trying to convince people like me that they're women somehow. Yeah, I don't live up there anymore, thank God. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But yeah, it's very dry down here. We actually dodged a bullet. We were supposed to get rain the other day, but it just didn't happen. So mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind that there's no rain, but after a while, man, you know, especially in my neck of the woods, I'm right here in the middle of Center City, or Uptown Charlotte as we call it. But once you get back down to civilization where I live, we got trees and flowers and dirt and all that kind of stuff. The dust and the dry air can be just a little oppressive. So but yeah, anyway, what's going on, my YouTube family? What's going on here? A lot of zigzagging, wigwagging, just like always here in good old Charlotte. It's like ridiculous. Anyway, let me get the windows closed. You guys are probably getting all that air whipping around on the microphone there. But anyway, how are all you folks doing today? I have been busy. I apologize for my regular viewer base. I haven't had, let me just jump ahead of this guy here quick because he's just crawling along. I have been very busy, folks. I haven't had a moment's rest today, and I'm operating on about 4 hours of sleep. I didn't sleep too well. You know, I got my collection of MAGA hats now listed over at my eBay store. It did get some interest, but nobody's pulling the trigger yet. That's typical of my eBay store. I know my customers are very blue collar, some white collar, I'm sure. Usually people don't spend money until like the end of the week on my eBay store, so, you know, those prices that I offer, I usually offer a solid 10% discount if I get enough interest on certain. So knock 10% off if you're a watcher, and if I send you the offer, it comes out to like $22.50 or something like that. But yeah, the Jonah Tong auto sold. A couple other auctions did end. I pulled most of those cards already. I'm going to have to sort through everything, pack them up, do what I got to do, get them out the door. I might even do that today because tomorrow I got a long car ride ahead of me. I got to head to the upstate here in North Carolina and take care of some personal business. So I'm trying to squeeze 10 pounds of fucking poo-poo into a 1 pound bag. So, but yeah, today was a very productive day. I'm kind of happy that a lot of stuff got done, but when I go home, like I said, I got a little bit of straightening up to do. My place is like a freaking hurricane hit it, like always. You know, I apologize to everybody. I wanted to do the review of those Nike Air Jordan 3 Father's Day shoes, or World's Greatest Dad, or whatever they call them. I haven't had time. And now Krennic's showed up, Transformers Studio Series, the movie Krennic's, the 86 movie Krennic's showed up. I just have not had time. I'm lucky I ate anything today. I had fried me up some of those jumbo shrimps in the air fryer, but after that, man, it's just been full steam ahead all day long today. You know, I had taken photos and listed all of those MAGA hats last night. It was just packing everything, getting everything organized, getting, you know, this time around I'm kind of like taking a shortcut on myself. Instead of sealing the boxes, I've got all the boxes opened where I can actually see the hats instead of, there's normally down certain orders that I pre-pack and prepare that should any customer buy anything, I could just pick the box, slap the label on it, and done. I want to like avoid all that guesswork. Everybody's fucking flying, man. People are dangerous today, man. They really are. They really are dangerous today. people here in North Carolina have to get the idea of their head that just because we have NASCAR here doesn't mean you drive your car like you're in a fucking NASCAR stadium. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, so I'm kind of experimenting with the way I pack my certain orders that I would typically just mark the boxes and then slap the label on it once it sells. But yeah, so this guy went through all of that fucking shit just to get stuck in line for a fucking right turn. I can't believe these people. And he doesn't even have his turn signal on. Jackass. There's CMPD right there. You've been caught. So, and it's just anyway, so I'm trying to experiment with all this new stuff and new techniques to try to make my life a lot easier so there's no guesswork, all of that sort of thing. So you know, my baseball cards, that's a whole other monster. I think I've pretty much mastered my own setup at this point, even though I've had to add an extra box because I do have over 600 cards at any given time over at my eBay store. This guy's just fucking crawling along, of course. So but yeah, I haven't even done a YouTube short today. Typically, at minimum, you would at least get one YouTube short out of me. But like I said, I haven't had time for anything. I got 2 big garbage bags sitting up on my patio right now waiting for me to go home because I've been throwing out tons of shit. I have to clear out some room in my apartment. There's just too much shit now. Look at this fucking Antifa mobile. We stand with Palestine. Funny how these Antifa homos talk about capitalism and meanwhile he's driving around a Lexus. I should flip the camera around so you can see. Fuck this guy. We stand for Palestine. Fucking anti-Semitic piece of shit. No, that wasn't what I was expecting. He's a fucking dark-skinned man with salt and pepper hair driving a Lexus with Antifa stickers, mind you. People, man. Anyway, that's one of many reasons why I pulled my Trump stickers off my car. I don't want any part of this shit anymore. Man, fucking dry air, even in my car. You know what it is? I even switched out the filter on the passenger side. You have to grab the glove compartment box and pull it out. It's on 2 big fat plastic clips that it's got like 5 teeth on it on each side. You pull the box and the insert for the filter is right there where your knees are when somebody sits in the passenger seat. Very easy to do. And I just put a new one in there, man, in the fucking air. And also I took my little leaf blower to blow out all the dirt and dust and all that kind of shit, so it doesn't get through into the vents. And man, it's cold, boy. I've had to shut this thing off just to let the internal temperature inside the car go up because it gets so freaking cold in here. I'm not even running it at full blast. It's got 4 bars. And I think this thing goes up to 7 or 8 bars, so that goes to show you how well the AC works in the car. So, but anyway. Yeah, so if you're just joining, folks, thank you for chiming in, and please forgive me if I'm playing with my nose again. It's just the damn the sky needs to break open. We need some rain down here in the Carolinas, at least in my part of North Carolina. We really need rain. But like I said, at least I got the inner door to my sunroof. It just started working. I finally got it to work. But I'm afraid to open up the glass because the thing wouldn't seal, because there's something in the track that broke right above my head over here, so it tends to close lopsided and it won't seal. And I can't leave it like that, because if I do and it rains, knowing my luck, this car will be flooded. I'm not dealing with mold. I've been through enough with this car as it is already. And it still needs work. I still have to install the dual fan system for the air compressor in the car. And it hasn't overheated, surprisingly. That needle, it does go down when the car goes off, or when I take the key out of the ignition after I'm done driving to point A to point B, and then the needle stays centered. But there's really not a lot of demand on my AC because it gets so cold in here, I don't have to crank it up. So that's a saving grace so far. I would prefer that fan be installed properly, but I don't have the time these days. My time, I'm beginning to find, is becoming very precious. You know, what's cool is that a few of us have got very close on the property these days. Very, very close. You know, to the point where, like, we're collectively planning things ahead to, you know, like over the weekend, and Father's Day is coming up too. I think people are doing things for Juneteenth on Friday and stuff like that. And I'll see what I do. You know, I know a lot of conservatives, you know, a couple assholes out there will bash Juneteenth. I'm not one of them. You got guys like Frederick Douglass and Martin Luther King and many conservative Americans like them who made a big dent in our society. I mean, you've got to give them credit where credit is due. I'm not talking about, you know, fucking George Floyd or any of these scumbags. I mean real American heroes. So, but they might be doing something, you know, over the weekend. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going on, because I had my hibachi out. Well, I had the George Foreman first on Saturday, and then the crew combined forces like fucking Voltron, and I had extra hot dogs from the day before. I ended up buying a case of beer anyway, and they had Capri Suns for the kids and snack. They already had food going into it, so I said, let's do it again. I'll break out the hibachi this time. And that thing was a saving grace for everyone. And what was cool about it, you can fit, like, I took a photo of it and put it on the community page. You could probably throw like 30 dogs on there at any given time. The big Bubba Gump fat burgers, you can fit 6 of them on there readily. I mean, if you were in a rush, you could probably put 8 of them on there at one time, but 6 kind of gives you room that you can move the burger around and all that kind of stuff to make sure it's cooked all the way through, depending on how people like their burgers to begin with. What is going on with these 3 here? And they're all the torpedo. All 3 of them are torpedoing. Well, this guy's going to make a move. Come on, Audi. Make the move so I can jump in. You know what it is, CMPD, they've been trolling hard going down this road here. So I gotta watch. I mean, I'm an aggressive driver anyway myself, but even I have to consider the fact that CMPD, I think they just started that recently. I saw a blurb about it on YouTube someplace in my news feed from the local news channels here in North Carolina, in particular in Charlotte, that I know South Carolina, they're enforcing all sorts of crazy shit these days, but I think CMPD in tandem with the local towns police like mine are enforcing speeding and talking on the phone and all that kind of shit. I mean, I'm not worried about my car because I got 2 separate setups here for my phone at any given time. You'd be hard-pressed to find me with my phone in my hand unless I'm beginning a live stream and ending a live stream. I almost never touch my phone except to adjust it. Did you say George Floyd was a scumbag? No, I am saying it, and if you don't like it, you know what I'm going to do. He was a fucking fentanyl user. He had a fucking rap sheet 10 miles long. He tried to pass off counterfeit bills. Did Chauvin use aggressive tactics to put him down? Yes, he did. I will admit that. Many police officers these days are getting their asses handed to them, which I'm all for. I am an example of a person that was falsely arrested because of an illegal immigrant woman that I dated, who made all sorts of exaggerated claims and tried to have an RO put on me for no fucking reason. It was all a lie. It was all bullshit. And I was subsequently acquitted for it. So the police are fucked up. I'm not anti-cop. I'm pro-cop. I'm anti-asshole is what I am. And I just saw another cop got fucking... ended up getting charged with all kinds of felonies recently that I saw on YouTube. Because he punched a woman in the face after she spit on him. And if you allow something like that to fucking get under your skin and you physically assault a woman while she was strapped in one of those fucking chairs that they put people that are drunk and high on drugs and shit. And this is a big fucking guy, man. This guy was a fucking grizzly bear, and he punched her fucking close-fisted. Now he's a convicted felon, fucking idiot. Serves him right. I've been seeing this all over the place now. Cops are getting busted left and right, and rightfully so. I'm all for it. Did Chauvin do the wrong thing? Yes. But I'm not going to stand here and allow this fucking George Floyd fucking narrative still that were fucking spoon-fed by assholes out there to continue to fester. He was a fucking he was a criminal. He had a fucking rap sheet 10 miles long. He was trying to pass off counterfeit bills. He was resisting arrest. And that's not the first time they caught him on camera. Those are facts. You know, over time, you know, I was a very hardened, that's why if you go to my eBay store, you're going to see my entire MAGA hat collection except for one hat, and that's the jack-o'-lantern hat. I'm not walking away from voting conservative and all that kind of stuff, but it's reached this fucking point now where there's some ominous fucking force out there. It's a boiling pot of oil, and the lid on it is about to explode and blow up. And I don't want to be caught in the crossfire. No, thank you. And I watch it every day with these fuckers going out in the streets, getting their retarded asses arrested. Like with the Knicks game, for example. It's the same type of fucking unhinged, maniacal, chaotic, feckless, lawless, spoiled, unhinged reprobates that are willing to burn down cities and towns and burn up school buses for something that they themselves didn't even do. And that's the logic. See, I've become more logical and more carefully reasoned when it comes to things like this. You didn't even play the fucking game, and yet you're burning down towns because you're wearing a team's jersey. So says the guy wearing Giants gear. Never mind you. You know what I mean? But these fucking morons are out there destroying New York City, and they didn't even play the fucking game. Somebody else did. You don't see the players out there lighting shit on fire, do you? The only thing the players should be doing is lighting cigars to celebrate their win. And maybe lighting up some charcoal for a barbecue with their friends and family to celebrate. After that, bullshit. Yeah, I look at it from both sides of the coin. You know, I'm not as hardened as I once was. You have to analyze and get these facts together. It's like the left right now. We're trying to torch Dana White because of the UFC fight in Washington. Oh, it was a white supremacist this, a white... These fucking people, you can't make them fucking happy. They're so miserable that to not have attention or have the spotlight focused on them, that they will say and do anything to reveal how jealous these fucking people are. All this DEI, Black Lives Matter, alphabet, LGBT, fat positivity, body this, body positivity that. These are all euphemisms for jealousy. It is jealousy that has been allowed to fester. It is a jealousy that has been allowed to grow. It's the weaponization of those who are not cool and not cute, not clever, not handsome. You know, it's the dudes not getting the girls. It's the girls who are heavyweights, who are jealous of the Barbie doll looking girls. It's all nonsense, folks. It's like the late great George Carlin would say. It's all bullshit and it's bad for you. And he would say it in that tone when he was alive. I heard this fucker's on vacation in New York. Good, let him stay up there. God forgive me. God forgive me. But anyway, folks, let me get away from the politics here for a little bit. But anyways, yeah, guys and gals, I deeply apologize for not being able to produce a video for you folks. I mean, I haven't even done a YouTube short today. I've been so overwhelmed with stuff. I'm just getting home now. So, you know, I've been busy with a lot of stuff at home. I've been busy running errands and doing what I got to do, and I'm still not done yet. You know, I dread having to go upstairs because I got 2 big garbage bags sitting up there in my patio I got to throw out of just garbage and stuff that's accumulated in my apartment. That's why I'm cleaning house on eBay. And I'm starting to sell off a lot of stuff because it gets to a point as a collector, you don't want to go into, and even I have to criticize myself. It gets to the point where it can get eerily close to being or looking like or appearing as if it is hoarding. I don't want that kind of shit. I'm not the type of guy that shits in bottles like what you see on TV. No. I'm just saying that it's nice to have nice jerseys and sneakers and hats and all that, but it does get a little out of control. Man, my nose is so dry, folks. Forgive me. The air is so fucking dry and arid. It's like, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm having to clean house, unfortunately. So, you know, I sold off a couple jerseys, my MAGA hat collection, with the exception of the jack-o'-lantern hat. I yet to list that. I got boxes upstairs I got to throw away. I got them garbage bags loaded with shit that have to go in the dumpster over here. You know, and then tomorrow I'm probably not going to be home for most of the day. I got a lot of personal shit I got to do tomorrow in the upstate. So, and I feel fucking bad because I'm always telling my audience and telling you fine folks, I got this review in mind, here we go, I have it all set up, and then ba-boom, 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 as my life is always chaotic. I mean, it's good, at least I'm keeping busy, but you know, it can be just a little too much. It can get to be a little too much. So, we will see where I end up, because it's just, you know, with the paperwork, you know, I got $400 I have to pay to LegalZoom to keep my business going. I got to get that taken care of immediately. You know, I already got the letter of good standing. That's already done for the next year. But, you know, in order to keep the LLC and the protections, the legal protections there, you know, I got to get that paid off hopefully by the end of the month. So I'm working on that right now. But then I got financial issues I have to take care of in the upstate now. I have to show up personally, which is like, you know, so it's like, shit. I can see me tonight just vegging out in front of YouTube and flicking through the channels and see what happens. But yeah, I got to throw out all that stuff that's on my patio first and foremost. Maybe, and then of course, eBay, I did pretty good on eBay. Spencer Jones just hit a home run right now in Yankee Stadium against the White Sox. I think that might be his first home run at Yankee Stadium. I believe so too. I think he had his first home run away from the stadium, as a matter of fact. Good for him. It's about time. They've been sitting on Spencer Jones for all these years, and now all of a sudden, you know, they're reaping the results. And the only reason why that young fella is playing because there's no Aaron Judge. So much for his run for a back-to-back MVP or the triple crown. So let's see what happens. I haven't had time to really watch any highlights. I haven't had time to watch anything. I did kind of watch a little bit of France and Senegal today. At last I saw it was what, 1-0 France or something like that. I think there was like an Mbappe, an issue with Mbappe where I think he took a dive in the box. But then I had to run out of my apartment again. I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed with shit, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, yikes. Look at my hair too. That shit's like almost 2 inches long already, man. I haven't even had time to get a haircut. Jeez, just doesn't end. I am beat, folks. I am very tired. You know, but like I said, I'm keeping busy. I did pretty good on eBay. My latest auctions are kind of like hit and miss. But once somebody picked up that what's his name? The Jonah Tong autograph, that made my day. The Yankees are in first place. Hopefully they get back to the World Series and win it all. Yeah, how many games over 500 are they at this point? I mean, I would think, you know, let's just hope it wasn't like last year. Because remember when they hit the All-Star break, all of a sudden, man, they were losing games left and right. So, and then they had to face a very Toronto Blue Jays last year. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I agree with you, man. I really hope they get through this year. We'll see what goes down this year. But I know I've only been live streaming here for a little over a half hour, guys. I just got home. I'm going to go throw out these bags of garbage. My place is a disaster. Fucking, I got so lazy, man. My fucking kitchen sink was loaded with dishes. I had to clean out my dishwasher, loaded up my dishwasher with dishes. I actually had to put 3 packets of the dishwashing pods into my dishwasher. Hopefully that did the trick. I also put a little bit of that dishwashing soap inside the tray that you screw in on the screw. So them dishes should be done. I shouldn't have to touch them anymore. But I got a vacuum. I mean, there's so much. God, I wanted to steam clean the other day. I haven't got around to it yet. Well, the day in the life of a YouTuber. They will. I think they will. If things keep going this way, you know, Chisholm's doing great stealing bases. Spencer Jones is showing his true colors. I'm not quite sure yet what to think about Jason Dominguez being back in the lineup. Same goes with Anthony Volpe. I don't know what's going on with him so far. He's kind of okay. He's starting to improve a little bit. I mean, his bat kind of sucks. But he's getting there little by little. You know, we'll see. Goldschmidt, no complaints. Fried, no complaints. You know, obviously Judge we're not going to see for a while. So, I mean, the rest of the crew, I don't see any problems. So, guys, I'm thoroughly burnt out. I normally would have a lot to talk about, but today I'm just wiped out. Again, forgive me for Not reviewing those sneakers. I just haven't had the time, guys. I'm trying to get a lot of things done to free up some time. You know, some of my friends are already planning an impromptu barbecue again. So I got that in the back of my mind. I mean, it's still early in the week yet. We'll see what happens. You know, there's no guarantees because you can't predict the weather, unfortunately. But I got to process these eBay orders. That's another thing. I want to get that. I definitely got to get that Jonah Tong out the door. I got to see who paid and who didn't. And then I got to move some money around, and then I got to pay off LegalZoom for the business so I can keep things rolling, folks. So, and then, you know, I'm already now, as of 2 days ago, this is now 2 years I've been doing this eBay stuff, which is awesome. I got my 100% rating back, feedback wise, which is awesome. But somebody will torpedo me down the road. It happens when people extort you for feedbacks. I was able to resolve an issue I had with a customer in New York because, you know, I got no indication that this customer was trying to get over on me. A fucking Aaron Judge 2023 Topps Chrome Mitchell & Ness card. They scanned it as being delivered. I haven't had the return, so I don't know what happened to the card, but I ended up sending them another one because I have like maybe 7 or 8 of them, and they're really not going for much. I actually sold one in auction today, I think for like $1 and change or whatever it was. Garrett Cole, yeah, Garrett Cole made his return recently too. He made an outstanding return, but the relief after him really wasn't all that great. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I just wanted to keep all of you up to date. I'm very, very overwhelmed right now. There are a lot of things going on that I'm trying to kind of like piece back together, but at least it's there. At least there's no doom and gloom. Like, you know, usually I'm like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Okay. You know, I mean, I'm glad that there's things to keep me busy. I just wasn't expecting this much all at once. You know, so yeah, thank you everybody for your patience and your time. You know, it really means a lot. And I'm gonna do my damnedest, man. I gotta get a review out to you fine folks. I know you guys have been waiting for one. I've been itching to get one out. Just haven't had the time. I haven't had the time. You know, but once I get these most recent eBay orders packed up, I'll do a typical update for my customers so they know their orders are going out. They'll get the tracking numbers immediately once I print out the shipping labels. So that's kind of like that's a given right off the bat. But, you know, any problems, updates, all that kind of stuff, if you're a customer of mine, you know how I operate already. I don't have to tell you. But thank you to everybody that did pick up cards off of me. I don't have many spots left to relist cards that did not sell in these most recent auctions. So if I do a relist, I think I have maybe 17 spots left. I may just end. Well, then again, the Jonah Tong sold at the price I was asking for, and that was $199 minus taxes, fees, and shipping. I'll probably get like 100. I'm going to say probably like $149 to $152 in my pocket, something like that, because eBay takes 13% right off the top. That's just how it is with them. So, and then of course, you know, the shipping that comes out of the final price of the card as well. So I'll try to get those packed up tonight and get them out the door if I can. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be 8 o'clock. I might wait till tomorrow. I mean, typically I got 5 business days to get these cards out, so I'm really not in a rush. Again, tomorrow I know I'm gonna be fucking busy. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, man. I'm gonna have to plan tomorrow very meticulously. So those are my updates for right now, guys. Let me take care of all this garbage and try to do some last minute cleanup. You know, today I think it's going to be a turkey sandwich night. That's what it's looking like, folks. I'm very beat. I might even do the old school mac and cheese in a pot routine tonight. Anything that's easy, or even takeout or something. I don't know yet. Folks, thank you again. Those are the most recent updates coming from TCC himself. To my eBay customers, like always, thank you. If you're interested in supporting the channel, and you're interested in baseball cards and other stuff, check out the link. It's in the description box below. Or if you want to make a donation to the channel, click on my Ko-fi link, or coffee, or however it's pronounced. I see people here on YouTube having different pronunciations for it. To me, it's coffee, I guess. So anyway, I'm just being facetious here, folks. Let me get inside. Let me throw out that garbage. Just doesn't end, does it? So when the going gets tough. Good night, everybody. Be safe. Take care. God bless. I'll see you all very, very soon.